Hi class. As you know, science is the process of learning about the natural world around us. There's some things we need to talk about today that you need to follow, some rules you'll need to follow while we conduct experiments and activities in the science classroom. So we're going to be talking about safety in the science lab. Let's begin with a little overview. Safety in the science classroom or the lab is very first priority for me, your teacher, for your parents, and for you, the student. To ensure your safety, the following rules, regulations have been established. They must be followed at all times. Your signature will be required before you are allowed to participate in our science activities. One of the first activities you'll do this afternoon during class is you will come up with your own science contract, and your signature will be required to that contract for you to participate in the activities coming up for this school year. Science lab rules. Science rule 1. Absolutely no playing around in a science class or laboratory. That means keep your hands to yourself and do not touch anything that is not authorized by me first before we begin. Absolutely no horseplaying, and pay attention at all times. The second rule is eating, drinking, gum chewing, applying cosmetics, manipulating contact lenses, and other unsafe activities are not permitted in the science lab. I think that's pretty straightforward. Obviously, you're not going to eat or drink at school anyway or in the classroom. And gum chewing is already part of our school policy that we do not have that. But sometimes girls will get a mirror out. That cannot happen. And messing with your contact lenses, putting your fingers, your hands in your mouth or your eyes is very unsafe practice, especially when you're dealing with chemicals. So please refrain from doing such things. Number 3 is never smell a chemical directly from the container. Always hold the container out, wave your hand over the opening, and waft the fumes toward your nose. Never smelling directly into the chemicals because the chemicals could burn your nostrils, and could hurt and make you sick. So you would wave your hand over the opening and waft the fumes with your hand toward the nose. And number 4, never mix chemicals or test anything without your teacher's permission. You'll also want to make a note here that says read all your instructions. I will give you very clear details. You will need to read those and make sure you follow all of those directions that are given to you by me, and never go beyond that. Don't let your curiosity get away with you. Stick to what I've asked you to do, please. This is for your safety in the science lab. And the 5th rule, always keep your work area clean and keep all materials, clothing, hair, papers, etc. away from any heat source. That could be a hot plate, it could be a small flame, could be a candle, something like that we might be using in the science lab. These are the things that you need to do to ensure a safe science lab.